everyone. So for today, I'll be discussing Module 2, Quarter 3 of our third quarter period. So we will be talking about how to insert buttons in HTML web page and how to customize a button using cascading style sheets. So ito yung focus ng ating topic for this module. So what are the things that you're going to learn? Is number 1, you're going to understand the use of the buttons on a web page. Next is insert and apply customization options and buttons. And number 3 is you're going to use CSS to alter the appearance of the buttons on a web page. So next, let's go to Let's Prepare. So here, it tackles about the module project, your second module project. So it will be inserting buttons in HTML5 web page. So the parameters are at the end of the module, and the output submission is through my email. So the email address is given here, and you will still write the code in the space provided at the end of the module. So dun pa rin isusulat ang ating sagot kahit na magsasubmit online. Okay? So here are the important dates to remember. So you can follow this or not. Depende sa inyo kung ano yung schedule niyo sa pagsagot at paggawa ng module. So, depending in your schedule, but at least make sure that you separate or organize your task accordingly per week. So, here we have task number 1. So, what to click. So, the directions here is that you choose the button that you will press during the following situation. So, for example, number 1. Friend request from unknown social media user. So, anong i-click mo dyan? Accept or decline. So, depending in the situation, you must be able to determine kung ano ang i-click ninyo. Depende sa sitwasyon na nakasulat dyan sa ating task number 1. Okay? So, that is for task number 1. Then, reading number 1 is inserting and customizing buttons. So here we have the definition and also the explanation how to use button tag. So I'll be showing you an example on how we can utilize buttons in HTML5. So one of the common things or elements that you would see in a website are buttons. So yun yung mga kiniklik ninyo when you are navigating through different website. So, dito tayo sa pinaka-basic na paglagay muna ng button. So, I will be showing you my code. So, this is the code. So, let's make it bigger. So, here is the code for buttons. So, sa buttons, wala pa akong nilagay na link href kasi wala pa naman tayong CSS. So, ayan. So, ganito ang pag-code niya. So, button type equals code button. Then, ito yung i-click ninyo mismo. Ito yung text na yun. Then, closing tag ng button. So, be sure that you're always going to close the HTML tag button. Katulad lang din ng mga ibang HTML tag that has closing tags. Okay, so, for example, button 1, 2, and 3. So, when I'm going to save this and I'm going to open it in any browser, ganito dapat yung lalabas dyan. So, these are buttons. I'm going to zoom in para makita ninyo. Dapat meron siyang at least click animation na nakikita or visible upon clicking the button. So, that is how button works. Now, let's go to next discussion is that how to style button using basic CSS. So, here are the basic CSS na pwede nyong gamitin to style the button. At ito yung magiging output niya. So, gagawa ka ng another CSS file. So, we will be going to try this one para makita ninyo kung paano siya ginagamit. Okay? So, sa buttons naman kasi, there are a lot of different ways to style it para magmukha siya or mag-complement siya doon sa inyong background. So, ganun siya pwedeng gawin. So, let's try to create a CSS. So, for example, file, let's create a new kasi yun yung gagawin natin. So, again, the type mo lang is button because you're pertaining to the button tag. Then yung code. So, don't forget curly braces. So, that is all the code that we are going to use. So, green ang lalabas na kulay. So, border, none. Color is white. Color, yun yung font color ng text sa loob ng button. Then, padding, text align, which is isi-center siya. Text decoration. And display, inline block. Then, font size, 16px. So, I'm going to save this one. So, gagawin ko siyang style.css. So, save. Then, balik tayo dun sa ating HTML. So, i-open ko lang ulit yung HTML natin. So, dahil nga meron na tayong CSS rather, sorry. So, gagawin na natin siya or lalagyan na natin siya ng style.css and then equals style. Okay, so ayan, so we're going to save this one, save lang, then open natin ulit itong button. So dapat ganito ang magiging itsura niya. Okay, so same pa rin naman, dapat meron pa rin at least indicator na nakiklik siya. Yan, nagiging black yung ganyang borderline. So that is working. So that is how you customize a button. Pwede mo siyang palitan ng kulay. Pwede nyo gawin yung color hex kung gusto niyo or gumamit kayo ng color hex katulad ng kanina. Ginamit ko sa green ay color hex. So, ganun siya pwedeng gawin. Okay? So, ito yung mga description kung ano yung binabago ng mga elements or properties ng CSS. So, padding changes the height and width inside the button. So, those are the elements. Yeah, just read this one and you would understand how to specifically customize your buttons. Okay? So, rounded borders. Dadagdag ka lang ng isa pang element which is border radius. So, for example, itong 12px. So, depende sa inyo kung gusto niyo ng rounded buttons or hindi. Pwede namang hindi, pwede rin naman oo. So, it's up to you. So, let's try maglagay ng border radius. Border radius. So, nakalagay doon 12px. So, I'm going to save this one. Then, let's go to the page. Okay, so as you see, ayan, nagkaroon ng border, yet nagkaroon siya ng parang semicircle na effect sa gilid. So, kung gusto mo ng ganyang button, it can be used also. Okay, so let's go to next customization is colored buttons. So, pwede mong palitan itong mga elements. Ito yung background color, gawin mong white, and then yung border, gawin mong 2px solid. Then, depende sa kulay na gusto mo. So, kung ganitong style ng button yung gusto mo, you can do it also. So, note, change the background color to white and color hex code for the border. So, kailangan palitan mo yung background color naman. Kasi kung ginawa mo pa rin yung green, hindi na makikita yung text or hindi na siya magandang tingnan. sa website mo. Okay? So here, task number 2 are what's the code? So, anong gagawin dito? You're going to customize the buttons down below. So, make sure that you supply all the CSS properties to make the exact copy of the HTML button. So, for example, click here. Black and white lang naman to. So, there's no problem kung dumating man sa inyo na black and white lang yung copy ng module. Walang problema doon because it is also black and white sa pagkakagawa ko. So here, ang gagawin nyo lang is to write the CSS code. So ano yung CSS code na ilalagay ninyo? Parang ganito lang din. Ayan, or ganito. Or ito din. So you can make this as reference itong page number 3, 4 para masagutan to. So ilalagay nyo lang, tingin niyo ano yung mga CSS properties para nagawa or para na-customize itong mga button na ito. So, ilalagay nyo lang yan dyan sa box. So, again, CSS code ng dalawang button na ito. You can refer to page 3 and 4 for the example codes. So, if you want to try, you can click the link for the... Okay, so, again, dito sa task number 2, pwede nyo gamitin itong HTML file and CSS file as a basis or reference para sa module project for the next page. So, pwede nyo siyang gawin as to for the code para maging familiar kayo kasi customized button din yung pwede nyo siyang gawin as a hoverable or clickable button animation. Okay? So, for the last part of your module is the module project, which is, we always do have naman the module project at the end. So, the title is A9 buttons. So, i-insert ninyo doon sa inyong HTML itong button class na code. So, copyhin nyo lang yan, i-type nyo lang yan. Then, yung CSS ay kayo nang gagawa. So, ang CSS ay maaari nyo kunin dito sa task 2, itong CSS file. Be sure na i-rename na lang para makita natin kung ano yung changes. So, custom every element of the button, apply the background gradient, mag-apply kayo o maglagay kayo ng background gradient. Also add the code and try this to create a click button effect. Kahit wala naman na to, kahit walang click button effect, okay lang. Pero kung gusto nyo siyang i-try from this task, itong CSS file dito, you can make use of it. Okay, so again, ito yung ilalagay ninyo sa HTML ninyo na file. Ita-type nyo lang yan. Then, you can customize the button. Depende sa inyo using CSS. You can download the CSS from task number 2. So, again, here is the instruction. So, create a HTML code in the notepad and send nyo siya sa email address. So, it is provided in the screen. And the purpose of this, again, is not for you to copy the code, but also to remember and review the code. So the graded output is still on the file that you have sent on the email. Okay, so that is for the module project for module 2, part 30. So again, reminders lang, I'm on the verge of checking everything of your output. So please bear with me kung hindi agad ako nakakapag-email ng score o ng response sa mga outputs ninyo. Then number 2 reminder is that every code that you are going to send ay recorded naman po. So I am always taking note of the names that nagpapasa. Kung may mali, I will be immediately communicating with you para bigyan ka ng chance to change or troubleshoot your code. Kung merong hindi naiintindihan, you can approach me immediately. Again, so kung meron kayong katanungan, my social media details or my contact details are already posted at alam nyo naman na yun kung saan nyo ako kontakin. Okay, so for the next module 3 and 4, we'll be having a series of creating a simple website layout and project planning for your website. So that is all for this module, and we'll see you in the next one.